We've been on a real journey with 5G. It will enable us to do a lot more on farms, with tourists, with connecting rural communities that haven't been able to use these sorts of services in the past.
The cost of putting in fixed infrastructure such as fibre optic cables is prohibitive. Using 5G allows to get long-range links from areas that have a fibre backhaul into these rural communities with very, very fast data transfer.
We've been really putting the pressure on something called shared spectrum. So there's a part of the radio spectrum called TV white space, which is absolutely perfect for delivering broadband in remote rural areas, and we've been really testing the limits of that spectrum. The second thing we've been working on has been at the other end of the radio spectrum, very high frequency, 60 gigahertz, which normally you would see in an urban environment, and we've been applying it in a rural environment, and surprise, surprise, it works an absolute treat.
One of the exciting points of the project was to look at a caravan park called Ingermells, which had previously been very much underserved in terms of bandwidth connectivity, and the demographic use of services in the area was undervalued, so people were taking their home comforts to caravans whilst on holiday and not being able to get the demand content such as Netflix, iPlayer and their Xboxes and so forth. Now we've delivered this solution into that area, we can facilitate that.
We got involved when we were invited by the North Pennines Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty Partnership to help them deliver their digital interpretation programme. And we were really key in developing 2 apps that they will use to support tourism in the Alston area. What the 5GRIT project did was provide investment into supporting the development of these 2 applications, and because it was a kind of testing 5G, the 2 apps that we built had very heavy content in them. You know, they're really full of very rich data, and that's the kind of thing that you need 5G for.
The main achievements from this project for us in particular as a precision ag company, we were able to show how new technologies such as enhanced communication through a 5G network can enable farmers to improve their productivity, ranging from counting sheep or monitoring animals in the hillsides of the North Pennines all the way through to improving arable productivity in the plains of Yorkshire.
We have developed an app called World Around Me. That's a local discovery app that helps tourists find nearby services of all kinds anywhere in the world, using the phone camera with augmented reality. And then we thought, why not use this opportunity of the 5G testbed to stream heavy audio-video content through storytelling. Now, a lot of the region of the North Pennines, from small villages and even unmanned places, are now mapped into the World Around Me app, and people can now discover them using the camera.
We're seeing now a real explosion of innovation, new ways of working.
So the project for us was all about how we use 5G to enhance using unmanned technology, so drones, into rural communities. In terms of our objectives, we wanted to do long-range control of drones, and we wanted to look at how we speed up the data processing for the farmer. So in terms of achievements, we actually managed to control a drone in Cumbria from central London, so 200 to 300 miles away, being able to have somebody sitting at a desk in London controlling a drone looking at livestock in Cumbria. So that's a massive achievement, going from the internet through to 5G, through to the drone, is a world first.
The key thing we've learned during the project is that it's not so much a technology or a commercial project, it's all around how we engage with communities, with ordinary people, businesses, farmers, and get them to understand the benefits of 5G and how it can really transform the way they live and work in rural areas.
We realise that in rural areas, loneliness is becoming more and more of a problem, as particularly agricultural workers are working more and more by themselves, and we feel that that has developed into quite a decent use case, that loneliness and connectivity in rural areas can help just keeping people in contact with each other. There's a safety aspect to that, knowing where people are when they're working a long way from home. But there's also, interestingly, a mental health aspect where people can be in touch with each other much more easily.
I think the most exciting thing for us on this project is really where we've come in that 18 months and what the future holds.
We're beginning of a very important journey. So far, the mobile business has been dominated by very, very good, very powerful mobile operators. And with changes to the rules to availability of spectrum that Ofcom published quite recently, And with the technology advances incorporated into 5G, I think there's tremendous opportunities for new players to get involved, new applications to be developed, new industrial processes to be refined, and to be frank, for everybody to get the benefit of this new technology.
The great thing is now we're all set to actually take 5G forward and further develop it.